The Hall of Continuance stretched across an impossible distance, its walls carved from translucent crystal that displayed drifting stars like living murals. Here, the Elders of the Galactic Accord recorded histories meant to prevent catastrophe. Elder Veilthar moved slowly through the archives, his many eyes lingering on a newly awakened data slate pulsing crimson. The title alone carried weight: Species 7834 Terra Homo sapiens. Warning: classification, existential. Veilthar activated the record. Page after page detailed contradictions. Humans possessed limited space territory, modest fleets, and fractured politics. Yet every annotation repeated the same phrase in different languages: do not provoke. They adapt through conflict. Footnotes referenced vanished empires, lost fleets, erased borders. Veilthar felt the familiar ache of memory. He had seen this pattern before. Behind him, Ambassador Relker of the Viral Dominion scoffed loudly. You waste time on myths, Elder. Humans are insignificant. One world, a few colonies, crude weapons. His mandibles clicked with amusement. The Accord needs resources. Terra's system is ripe. Veilthar turned, his voice calm but heavy. The last empire that said those words no longer exists. Relker dismissed him with a wave. Ancient fears. We command 40 systems and a fleet unmatched in this sector. Humans barely patrol their borders. The Elder gestured to the slate. Strength is not measured by what a species has, Ambassador, but by how it changes when threatened. Humans do not remain what they were. Relker leaned closer, studying the warnings with narrowed eyes. Every species fights when cornered. Yes, Veilthar replied softly. But humans learn while bleeding. Relker straightened, decision already made. Glory, expansion, political power, these were rewards worth any risk. History favors the bold, Elder. When we return, Terra will be another footnote. Hours later, the Viral War Council approved the operation unanimously. 40 warships turned toward human space, their commanders confident of swift victory. In the silent archives, Veilthar added a final line to the human record. Warning ignored. Contact imminent. Transformation phase expected. He closed the slate and extinguished the lights. Somewhere beyond the stars, a sleeping species was about to wake. The galaxy would not remain as it was. Veilthar remained still long after the fleets departed, feeling the familiar tremor ripple through the Accord's ancient sensors. It always began this way: laughter, certainty, dismissal. Then silence. He did not mourn the Viral yet. He mourned the lesson they refused to learn. Again. As always. Unchanged. The Viral fleet emerged from hyperspace at the edge of the Solarian fringe, sensors immediately locking onto the human settlement designated Argo Station. It was small, little more than modular habitats orbiting a mineral-rich moon. Commander Threx observed the colony with satisfaction. That's it? He asked. One station, no escorts. Laughter echoed across the bridge. Humans had chosen distance over defense. A fatal mistake. Transmit surrender terms, Threx ordered. Standard protocol. The message reached Argo Station within seconds. The response came faster. This is Administrator Lien Brooks of Argo Station. You are trespassing. Withdraw immediately. The bridge fell quiet, then erupted in amusement. Fire a warning shot, Threx said. The Viral flagship released a focused energy lance. It tore through Argo's outer ring, rupturing habitation modules and scattering debris into the void. Sensors registered human life signs collapsing by the hundreds. Threx waited for panic, please, compliance. Instead, the station moved. Panels peeled away from civilian structures, revealing shield emitters woven into agricultural arrays. Mining drones altered trajectory, clustering into defensive formations. Power surged through systems labeled non-essential. Commander, an officer reported, confusion sharp in his voice, they're rerouting energy from water reclamation and life support into defensive grids. Impossible, Threx snapped. They're civilians. Missiles launched from Argo Station. Improvised, uneven, overwhelming in number. The Viral fleet intercepted most, but several detonated against hull plating, exploiting seams never meant to face combat. Boarding attempts failed as humans sealed corridors and collapsed sections of their own station, trapping invaders in vacuum. They're dismantling themselves, an officer whispered. They're buying time, Threx realized. The battle lasted 3 hours. Argo Station burned. Human resistance collapsed sector by sector. When the final command node was destroyed, Threx exhaled, triumphant but shaken. Casualty reports streamed in. 2 Viral cruisers lost. 5 damaged. thousands dead. Then a signal pierced the static. This is Administrator Brooks. Final transmission. The human appeared injured, smoke filling the background. We learned everything. Weapon cycles. Shield harmonics. Tactical delays. She coughed, steadying herself. We are not warning you. We are informing you. Humanity is awake. The transmission ended. Seconds later, long-range sensors detected outbound data bursts toward Earth, Mars, Europa, beyond. Threx stared at the display as comprehension settled like ice. The colony had never expected to survive. It had been a sensor, a test, a sacrifice. Deep within the Galactic Accord, Elder Veilthar felt the shift complete. The transformation had begun. 17 days later, the Viral fleet detected movement from human space. At first, the readings were dismissed as false echoes. Too many signals. Too coordinated. Then hyperspace ruptured. Human ships emerged in formations no Viral tactician recognized. They were not sleek war vessels but layered constructs, modular and adaptive, bristling with systems that reconfigured mid-battle. Commander Threx watched in disbelief as his sensors updated faster than his officers could interpret. They've altered their design since Argo, someone whispered. The first exchange lasted 90 seconds. Human weapons did not overpower Viral shields. They studied them. Beams adjusted frequency mid-impact. Projectiles fragmented, probing for weaknesses. When a shield failed, it was not shattered but bypassed. Viral ships vanished in precise, surgical strikes. No wasted fire. No panic. Only iteration. This is impossible, Threx said. They shouldn't have this technology. They didn't, replied his science officer. They built it. Across human space, every settlement had transformed. Civilian infrastructure unfolded into defense networks. Research stations became production hubs. Data from Argo Station had propagated through humanity like a genetic upgrade. Every encounter refined their approach. Every loss sharpened their response. The Viral fleet attempted retreat. Hyperspace corridors collapsed as human interference fields activated. Systems designed not to destroy but to deny escape. Threx understood too late. This was not retaliation. It was containment. A transmission cut through all channels, broadcast openly to the galaxy. This is Dr. Lien Brooks of Earth. The human's voice was calm, resolute. We were warned about you long before you arrived. We chose preparation over fear. You attacked us to take. We responded to protect. Pause. This ends now. Human ships disengaged with deliberate restraint, leaving crippled Viral vessels drifting but intact. Rescue beacons activated automatically, tuned to Viral biology. Aid, not annihilation. Within weeks, the Viral dominion collapsed, not from invasion but from defection. Subject species aligned with humanity, drawn by cooperation instead of coercion. The Galactic Accord watched as borders dissolved into networks. Elder Veilthar updated the ancient record one final time. The warning was no longer sufficient. New entry: humans do not conquer worlds. They change them. From a quiet blue planet, a principle spread faster than any fleet. Power gained through unity outlasts power taken by force. The Elders had warned never to provoke humans. The galaxy finally understood why.